Glad to have you here today, and please tell us shortly about yourself. Based in Ethiopia right now, correct?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
And I'm from here. I'm Ethiopian. So I'm Sarah Asafa. I was not born in Ethiopia, actually. I was born in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and I moved to Ethiopia 8 years ago. The fact that I've been here for 8 years, it made me a local. I got accustomed to the country, to the language, and everything. I didn't speak the language when I came here. I explored the culture, the traditions, languages, and everything. Like it was new to me, so I can see through like the tourist's eye, like what they would like to see first, or like what to expect, and how to prepare for certain situations and things like that. So I love it here now. It's a really nice country. It's growing very fast. I did my bachelor's degree here,
Nice.
and now I'm like planning to pursue my master's as well.
As someone who has such a unique and specific experience with Ethiopia, what has changed over the years?
Yes, definitely. There are plenty of things that has changed. Everybody like cares for the other and everything. And then like the more I stayed here, the more I got used to it. And I started doing the same. So like that's one thing that Ethiopians are known for. We're very hospitable people. And that's not just the case. Like I live in the capital city. I live in Addis Ababa. So honestly speaking, Addis Ababa is pretty advanced. It's pretty global, it's not
Yeah.
as traditional. But like even when you go out of town, even when you go to the villages, it's almost always the same attitude. People are very friendly, they're very hospitable, they want you to learn about their culture. And also, I think Ethiopians are extremely patriotic. That is one thing that I still cannot. I think it's going to take me a while for me to reach that level because I don't know if many people know, but Ethiopia was one of the only two African countries that has never been colonized. So,
I didn't know about that actually.
yeah, we've never been colonized. We've been occupied by Italy for a while, but like we've never been officially colonized. So the cultures and traditions and the history of the country has not died. Like people still know about it, and they take so much pride in it. And in a way, it's really nice. It's amazing, because loving your country is like one of the fundamental things. I feel like for many people that like shapes who they are. So yes, for me, the patriotism was very new for Ethiopia. It's like it would go thousands of years back and be like, yeah, this and that, and like the history is ingrained in people. Everybody knows the history, so like that's one thing that
Yeah, you would
I
say
think
that it's like a conscious type of patriotism, like real love
very
for the country rather
yes.
than some type of nationalism. Yes.
Yes, 100%. And it's I think you have to come here to see it. Like
True.
it's very like unexpected. We have a lot of holidays, we have a lot of celebrations that have like celebrations from like different parts of Ethiopia. So like we have a lot of ethnicities. It's not just one country. So it's admirable. Just like when I see it, I'm like, wow, it will take me a while to reach here, but like it's lovely.
What are your top three favorite holidays and celebration?
So one of my favorite ones is Ethiopian New Year. One more thing, Ethiopia has its own calendar, and we are in 2015 right now, and our New Year is September 12th during the leap years. Yes, so that New Year is celebrated way bigger than like the Georgian New Year. Like people don't really care that much about the Georgian New Year here. Like the younger generation do, of course, because our schools and everything teach us in that calendar. But like for the older people and even for the younger people, Ethiopian New Year is very special. So definitely love that one. And then there's Tilkat. Tilkat is it happens. It's like
Super.
right after Christmas. After Christmas, yeah, like so there's like priests going around, roads are like closed, and they spray holy water on the people, and the entire country is like out celebrating. It's a really nice holiday to witness. And Christmas, the Orthodox Christmas, we celebrate Christmas on January 7th. I think it's common in many Eastern European
Yes.
countries as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Christmas is also really nice here.
Your favorite local dish coming from Ethiopia?
I think many people disagree with me because, okay, so like Ethiopia's main dish is injera. It's like a flat bread and you eat different stews by it. So there's meat-based stews, vegetable-based stews, and everything. But
Yeah.
my personal dish is cecepsa. So, and it's also called kechafitfit. So it's like basically like a flat bread, like a pita bread. and you chop it up into pieces, and then you add ghee to it. So there's like this ghee that we make locally, a lot of spices, like different spices. So you add that, and then you add chili pepper, which is also made in the country, which we call berbere. And yeah, it's delicious with yogurt or whatever. It's one of my favorite dishes by far. Like a lot of people, they miss injera when they leave Ethiopia, but for me, it's kachaf. I really love that dish.
How do you call it?
It's chachafsa.
Jajab.
Some people call it chachafsa. Yes, chachafsa.
Yeah.
So it's basically ghee, chili, and pita bread. The pita bread's chopped up, you mix it, then you melt the ghee, you mix it up with it, and then you spray a lot of chili on it, and then you eat it like alongside yogurt. I actually really miss it now. Like Easter is like a few weeks away. I really miss it because we're fasting right now. Yeah.
What was the most unusual dish that you've tried in this country?
Definitely kurt. Kurt is raw meat. Basically, they just have like the meat presented, like just demonstrated on there's a board on the wall, and they have like the meat in it, and then you would pick up the part that you want, and they would like chop it up and give it to you in a plate. And I don't.
Yeah.
For me, it was already a no-no. It was already a no-no, and I saw like no.
No for many vegetarians, I guess.
Okay, yeah. For me, I don't like the taste of red meat. I'll eat chicken, but like it's a very common dish here, and it looks so nice, and everybody eats it. So with you with a knife and a fork, and you like chop it up, and then you serve with like two different spices. Actually, there's a lot of spice. Basically, very spicy sauces, and you just like dip it and you eat it. The meat, just raw. Usually, it's served with this drink they call a turbo. So the turbo is basically a mix of a specific brand of wine, a specific brand of beer, lemon, and Sprite. So you drink that along with the kurt. So the theory is if there's any bacteria or anything, it's basically going to kill it and cook it. So I know a lot of people who got sick from it, eating it for the first time, but like definitely the locals are used to it. And even if you're a tourist, if you choose specific places, there are places known for it, it's clean and everything, they actually don't get sick. So I don't think it's a hazard. It's just, for me, it was very unusual. I was like, okay. I'm also a chef by passion. So yeah, I really love cooking and baking. So yes, I love food a lot.
Top 3 hikes in Ethiopia that you will recommend tourists?
Definitely for people who want like trips that like spiritual trips, like religious trips, like that takes you back to the history of Christianity in Ethiopia. So Ethiopia is one of the first countries actually that accepted Christianity.
Could you repeat the name, please?
Lalibela.
Lalibela.
So yeah, so it has like this huge underground cross, like a church that is like, shaped as a cross. You could even check it out on Google. It's really nice. So yes, like and like the past few years, I think like 1-2 years ago, there was some instability around that area, but right now it's open to the tourists again. That's definitely one of the places I would recommend a tourist to visit. As for sightseeing, just to enjoy nature, definitely recommend the Simen Mountains. So the Simen Mountains are like located towards the north of Ethiopia, and it's one of the highest points actually in Africa. There's like a whole park that like, they're very used to tourists, like especially for the past decade, it's been blooming a lot. Like back in the day, I remember it was very hard to get there. Like the transportation, it was quite risky. But now it's not like that anymore. They fixed up, they paved the roads and everything, so it's open to tourists. And there are, I believe, 2 resorts I've even mentioned on my on the guidebook that have very clean amenities and everything. So it's gonna be a safe trip. And in addition to the beautiful nature that tourists will get to see, there's also like breeds of animals that are not available anywhere else in the world, like the Nyala. And then the third place, this one is only for people that think they can stand it. So it's the Dankil Depression. Dankil Depression is one of the lowest points in the world, and it's located in Afar region. It gets really hot, especially if you go during the colder season, which is towards July, from July to September. Then, like you could see natural pools. Like they're not man-made pools. They're just like just spots around the ground. that has water collected around it, and it's salty. You can't really swim in it for too long, but like it's very hot and it's like spring water that just like gets to you. So totally recommend that to tourists. But like one thing I've noticed is a lot of tourists get disappointed because they see it in pictures and they during other seasons of the year. And that's not a good idea, because if it's like during the hot season, all the water will evaporate and there's going to be nothing. It's just going to be salt everywhere. So I really recommend to check out the temperature, go during the cooler seasons. It's never going to be cool, it's always hot, but the cooler seasons, that's when you could enjoy those.
Actually, I never heard about this place. It's Dali Depression, you call it?
Dankil, Dankil.
Well,
Depression. Yeah, in Afar region. It's like towards the north.
okay, thank you for sharing. That sounds really unusual.
But it's one of the hottest places. It's very hot. It's volcanic. There are volcanoes there, but they're inactive. I think they're never gonna erupt. But yeah, it's a place worth visiting. Almost everybody who visited it was like, it was harsh, but it was worth it. So for the adventurers, I think definitely, yeah, give it a look.
Hey, and what are the top three beaches?
Beaches, well, Ethiopia is a landlocked country, so we don't really have beaches. We do have shores around lakes because we have one of the largest lakes in the world, Nile Lake. So there is Langano Beach. That's my personal favorite. I love that place. So from Addis Ababa, it's 3.5 hours road. It's very peaceful. The lake is huge, so you can't even like see the end. But yeah, there's Langano Lake, there is Ziway Lake, but these are the only two that I know about. But we don't have proper beaches because it's a landlocked country.
Okay, are there any surprising facts that you've learned about Ethiopia that you would like to?
Well, the first one is the one that I already told you about. We have our own calendar and our own years. And that was like very hard for me to grasp. I was like, how and why? So yeah, we are 7 years behind. So that's, I think, one very shocking fact about Ethiopia. And second, we have our own calendar, which consists of 13 months. It's not even 12 months. So every month is just 30 days, unlike the Georgian calendar, where every month is, I mean, it's 30 and 31 and 30 and 31.
Yes.
But like for the Ethiopian calendar, every month is 30 days. And then the 13th month consists of 5 days or 6 days during leap years. So that's probably like the 31 ones that were like collected from like the other months. So in total, we have 13 months, but the 13th is just 5 days. And our new year is on September 11th. Second fact is that Ethiopia has never been colonized. This is one thing that a lot of people don't know about. And we have National Day and Battle of Adwa Day and like different days, like different holidays during the year that like that shows like different battles that we went through to fight the colonizers. And another thing is Addis Ababa, or Ethiopia actually, just the capital city, is known with the city with 365 days of sunshine. So no matter how cold it is and no how cloudy it is, the sun is gonna be out at least for like a few minutes every day of the year. So that's like we're known for that. They're always like, oh, and Addis Ababa basically means new flower. It was the name. Addis Ababa has not always been the capital city of Ethiopia. So when it became the capital city, it was like it was Ethiopia moving forward, like it was a new beginning for the country. So we're the second most populated country in Africa, growing so fast even for a local like me. Like even if I don't go to a certain area, 3-4 months I would go there and like it looks different because everything is developing so fast. So yeah.
And maybe we can talk a little bit about yourself and your experience with Izimark Publishing. Is there something no one knows about Sarah that you would like to share with our audience?
Okay, so I haven't thought about it because I didn't know this question was coming. But okay, like one weird fact, I'm left-handed, but like my most recent dream that I want to achieve is go to the Lindt chocolate factory in Switzerland. So yeah, I think about that a lot.
My guess.
I know it's random, but like I don't know. It's like the first thing that came to my mind right now. I think about that a lot. So yeah, I'm a chocolate fanatic. Chocolate
Imagine.
all the way, my favorite thing ever. My teeth are paying the price, but yeah, it's okay. There's no problem.
Okay, and why did you choose to write your book with Izimark Publishing?
To be honest, like I have been a freelance writer for three now. I did write books before. It was like children books, ghost writing mostly and stuff like that. But like when he reached out to me, I really liked the idea. Even when we first met, I wasn't sure how he's gonna execute it. It was he told me his idea. I was like, oh, of course I'll do that for my country. And I thought it was perfect because I could also this country in the eyes of a tourist, you know, like still I'm still kind of a tourist. Not in Addis Ababa, but like when I go to other parts of Ethiopia, it's like it's very new to me and I see it in their eyes. But at the same time I speak the language. So it's perfect balance. I was like, I would definitely do that. Like for him, for me, you know, like it's gonna be something big. Like he's very passionate about it. Like I admire it when I see him. I'm like, okay, like even like when something is not going as planned, it's like he just sees the vision and he'll be like, just take off the vision, you know? So yes, like
He always has
definitely
some new ideas, right?
exactly. Always has some new ideas and he even if he's like put down and like sad for a while, it doesn't last too long. You know, I think his vision just keeps him going. And at the end of the day, he's not very pushy. He's a great boss. Like he has a very for me. I'm like, of course I'll do that for him, you know, and for my country. And on top of all that, it's not a ghostwriting thing. It was that's the first thing that he told me. He was like, it's going to be by your name. You're going to get yeah, you're gonna get the recognition. People will know it was written by you. So I was like, okay, this is very new because like I've only done ghostwriting jobs for books before now. But for him, it's like he wants all of us to succeed, the whole team to succeed. So I'm definitely rooting for him. I'm rooting for our company, and I think everybody's doing a great job. Like I was seeing some of the books that got released, I was checking them out. People are doing a great job. So I'm happy to be part of the team.
For sharing about your experience and what is one thing you would like the world to know about the mission that we are focused on?
Okay, so I want people to know that these books, what makes them stand out from other travel guides is that it was not written from compilations from Google, for example. You know, it's not somebody looked those stuff up on YouTube and wrote them, someone who's like thousands of miles away from the country. This is written by each individual for their own country in their own tone. At the end of the day, we are all like united under the same book. It has like of course like it has like a similar outline and everything, so you still see the similarity, but like at the same time it's like the person's own personality is like put into that book. So I think that's a great experience even for a reader. Like if I would want a travel guide book before visiting a country, I would want to read it like written from a local to a tourist. So that's what makes is very special.
Thank you very much, Sarah, for your time and for the beautiful insights and experiences you shared with all of us. Finish, you can teach me a couple of words or phrases that can come in handy while visiting to Ethiopia.
How are you for a girl is in date Nesh. In date Nesh, yes. And how are you for a guy is in date Na.
And how
Yes.
to say thank you?
Quite long, so prepare yourself. It is ameseganalo.
Syllabus. Okay, thank you very much, Sarah. It was
Thank you so much for having me.
to you. Pleasure. I loved your energy and you are a
Thank
very
you so
smart,
much.
independent woman and we'll be happy in you.
Aw, thank you so much. I was so happy to talk to you too. It was
Yeah,
really nice. Had so much fun.
thank you. Take care. Have a beautiful day ahead
All
and
right. Have a good
I'll see
day.
you. Thank you.
Bye. Talk to you soon. Ciao.